All right, I promised I'd be back, and here I am. First thing I wanted to do was show this really, really cute bracelet that one of my students this year got me the last week of school. She made it herself. It's amazing. She is like a bracelet wizard. She also wrote the note that could just make me cry at any moment that says, "I miss you." Ah, so sweet. It's yellow, my favorite color. And she was so thoughtful. She even thought if you don't want to wear it as a bracelet, you can use it as a keychain. So she put a little clasp there on it for me. I just thought that was the cutest thing. I wanted to give this particular student a shout out in this video. So shout out to Emma. Thank you for being the amazing young lady that you are. It was such a pleasure to have you in class this year. And I know you'll go on to do great things. So I just wanted to quickly shout her out as I shouted another student out in my previous video. And if you are a former student of mine and you would like a shout out as well, then please comment and like the video, and I will be very happy to do that. But anyway, like I said, I'm back with a fun picture book read aloud this time. And I thought since this is the first true week of summer break, at least for me, talk about that in a minute, how I spent my summer vacation by Mark Teague. Now, some of you guys have probably already heard this story, but it's always a fun one to revisit. So that is the story that I've picked out to read to you today as a special bonus. Now, regarding summer vacation, my students have officially been on break for a whole week as of tomorrow. So you've almost been on break for a whole week. However, this is only my third day. How that works is you guys have your last day of school on a Thursday. Usually in my school district, it's different everywhere. So on Thursday of last week, you guys had your last day, and then Friday was your first day of break. On Friday, us teachers at this particular school district, we go into school, and we have like this long checklist that we have to tick off all these different tasks. Now, is it possible to get all those tasks done in one day? For some people who probably don't have ADHD, like moi, they are able to get it all done in like 6 hours. Not me. Couldn't be me. So additionally, during those 6 hours we have to get the long checklist done, we also have a staff meeting. They call it a cookout. We do get food. We bring food to share. It's a lovely time. It's really one of the only times during the school year that we get to kind of visit with all of the staff members and some previous staff members too, as well as to recognize those who are retiring or maybe moving on to another career. So it's a lovely time. However, usually the cookout lasts like 1 to 2 hours because there's a lot of just kind of things that need to be addressed, whether it's regarding that school year that we just finished or the following school year, or just kind of like some fun things. And like I said, recognizing particular people. So it does take quite a while. And they added some new things this year, which were super fun. Such as one staff member who has been working in the office lately. She had some like funny quotes from the school year, and they were pretty funny, especially out of context, to be shared with the staff. And also this year there were raffles to win like some flower arrangements, hanging baskets. And then additionally, many of the teachers at our school are a part of a teacher union, and the people that are kind of like this is a big word, but liaison. So they kind of represent us at our school. They had a raffle for some gift cards to some different places around. So I thought that was really neat. Some nice additions. But without further ado, oh, and I forgot to mention. So that's just Friday. Again, some teachers are able to get everything done in those 6 hours, and they amaze me. Again, couldn't be me. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday was a holiday, so I gave myself that time to spend with my family. And then I went back in on Monday. Not Monday, I just said not Monday. Tuesday. And on Tuesday was when I really went to work on my classroom. So the previous Friday, I pulled everything out of all of the different like storage areas. So the closets, cupboards, cabinets, things like that. And I cleaned. I can't stand how dirty things get, how dusty, and how I have no time to address that during the school year. So I did a deep clean. Just feeling really good about it. I also like to go through all of my things and find things to get rid of. Hey, I haven't used this year. Hey, I actually haven't used this in 2 years. Hey, here's some books that really didn't vibe with my students this year, and I feel like they have in the past couple years. So let's go ahead and donate those. So I've been doing that and putting things back away in a more organized fashion, and it is just a big job. And like I said, a lot of people are able to get things done. Those aren't things that we have to do. It's just things that I feel better about doing. So I'm more prepared when the new school year comes. But anyways, your girl has been tired. So that is why this previous read aloud, so the second read aloud of The Wild Robot Escapes, came out a day late. So 2 days late. You guys, I'm sorry. So I'm sorry about that. However, due to my tardiness on that video, I have a bonus picture book read aloud for you, as I mentioned, and it is How I Spent My Summer Vacation by Mark Teague. I'm not sure if this shows up as reverse image for you, like backwards, but it does for me. So that's why earlier I was like, huh, what does that say? So if it does show up backwards, I don't know how to fix that. So I'm sorry. Maybe one of my tasks this summer will be to become a better YouTuber and know how to use equipment better. But I've got my mic, I've got my ring light, and that's about as technologically advanced as I get besides my thumbnails that I make. So anyway, I've been rambling a while. I've just missed you guys. So let's get started on this story. I love the cover here. When I think of how I've spent summer vacations in the past, normally I don't picture this, but I love it. So let's go ahead and get started. When summer began, I headed out west. My parents had told me I needed a rest. Your imagination, they said, is getting too wild. It will do you some good to relax for a while. Sorry. Ooh. So they put me aboard a westbound train. Doesn't even look like the teacher's paying attention, huh? To visit Aunt Fern in her house in the plains. But I was captured by cowboys, a wild-looking crowd. Their manners were rough, and their voices were loud. I'm trying to get to my aunt's house, I said, but they carried me off to their cow camp instead. Ooh, oh, look at this good old boy. We love a dog. Wow, mean mustache. The cattle boss growled as he told me to sit. We need a new cowboy. Our old cowboy quit. We could sure use your help. So what do you say? I thought for a minute. I told him, okay. Then I wrote to Aunt Fern so she'd know where I'd gone. I said not to worry. I wouldn't be long. Dear Aunt, captured by cowboys. Don't worry. See you soon. Love, Wallace. I also love the corresponding stamp since he's on a cattle ranch. That night I was given a new set of clothes. Soon I looked like a wrangler from my head to my toes. But there's more to a cowboy than boots and a hat. I found out the next day and the day after that. Oh my. Each day I discovered some new cowboy tricks. From roping. What kind of emotion is he feeling there? Oh my word. That steed is actually not steed. What am I saying? Steer? Anyway, that bull is definitely eating some GMO something and riding to making fire with sticks. Look at the little owl in the cactus and that prairie dog. Oh, there's a bear behind him. Yikes. Look at him trying to set that fire. Slowly the word spread all over the land. That wrangler, Kid Bliff, is a first-rate cowhand. The day finally came when the roundup was through. Aunt Fern called, "Come on over. Bring your cowboys with you." She was cooking a barbecue that very same day. So we cleaned up a little and we headed her way. A lot of the things in this story are so old-fashioned. I wonder if it will even resonate with you guys, like this phone booth. Have you ever heard of a phone booth? I doubt that there were any just kind of in the middle of the desert, but who knows? The food was delicious. There's plenty to eat, and the band that was playing just couldn't be beat. But suddenly I noticed a terrible sight. The cattle were stirring and stamping with fright. It's a scene I'll remember till my very last day. "They're gonna stampede," I heard somebody say. We've got some hot dogs on the barbecue, some watermelon. What do we got here? Can't quite tell what that is. Maybe chili? I don't know. We've got some dancing to the music. Of course, our good boy here, he needs his own plate. And we've got a hot dog we're eating. Just then they came charging. They charged right at me. I looked for a hiding place, a rock or a tree. Uh-oh. Look at that mustard defying gravity. Love that. Uh-oh. Looks like a lot of bulls. I don't know about that. Maybe it's just longhorns. What I found was a tablecloth spread out on the ground. So I turned like a matador and spun it around. It was a new kind of cowboying, a fantastic display. The cattle were frightened and stampeded away. So for those of you who don't know what a matador is, it's a mostly Spanish tradition that it basically means bullfighting. So you do like a dance with a bull. They get angry, it's said, when they see red. I don't know how true that is versus like just that's what people say. But then the cowboys all cheered. "Bluff's a true buckaroo." They shook my hand, I slapped my back, and Aunt Fern hugged me too. And that's how I spent my summer vacation. Look, the teacher's finally starting to look up. I can hardly wait for show and tell. Oh, he's gonna bring his animal friends, maybe? I think the teacher's saying, "Oh, I don't think so. I'm calling the office." So that was how I spent my summer vacation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any fun summer plans, I would love for you to share them in the comments. Love catching up with my students. What I'm most looking forward to is just spending time with my dog, going on walks outside during the daylight. And also later on in July, I get to go to another city to see Ed Sheeran perform, and he's my favorite artist. So I'm very excited to do that with Mr. Keller. But anyways, my battery is about to die, so I better end this. And I hope you have a fantastic day, a great rest of your summer, and I will see you back here soon. Bye. Love ya.